Hi, welcome to Volusia Trading. I'm Edoardo Burattini, professional trader since 2006 and head of trading for Volusia Trading. In this video, I would like to give you some additional info about the masterclass, which is the most important and full course of our training offer. This course aims to combine more elements of volume and order flow analysis in order to get a complete method comparable to those used by professional floor traders. Beyond that, this course target is to provide an all-round and absolutely innovative interpretation key to be applied to trading with volume. Volume is all the market needs to tick up or down, so with such approach we'll get many benefits. First of all, we are completely unbound to graphical patterns, to technical analysis and so on, and obviously being able to read and interpret what volume tells us gives us a unique edge. This course is structured into 3 sections. Each section will be dedicated to a specific tool to be used for volume analysis. Why 3 tools? Actually, each one of these tools comes with its own purpose, its own potential, and of course specific point of strength and weakness. So basically what you're going to do is to combine the features of these 3 tools in order to get them working together. Let's talk about the first tool the first masterclass module is about, which is the volume profile. First of all, what is it? Basically, it is a tool representing volume on the price axis. So compared to the ordinary volume indicator, which represents volume on the time axis, here we have volume being shown as horizontal histograms, giving us literally a profile shape. This tool, through an advanced and innovative analysis, quite different by the one often promoted by the traditional teaching about it, allows us to understand whether we are in a proper zone for a trade or not, where potential key levels are, and also from where to where our trading can be expected to take place. Certainly, these informations are very important because they would allow us to understand if a trade is more likely to be just a scalp trade or a day swing or a position trade. Now, what's the issue with that? Volume profile is a terrific tool to represent market structure, the hierarchy of certain levels, or where prices have met more or less interest. It's like a roadmap. That's its main purpose though. If we want to validate the scenarios we got through this analysis, we need to use some other tools to get more details. So that's how order flow analysis comes into play, through 2 of the main tools part of it, footprint chart and heat map. These tools complement each other. For this reason, to these tools are dedicated the other 2 modules of the masterclass. Let's make an example using a screenshot. In addition, when this screenshot was taken, I had the short trade in place thanks to information these 2 tools were providing. What's a footprint chart? You can see it on the right side of my screen. Basically, it is a chart with special candles. As you can see inside, for every single price level the candle went through, how many buyers and how many sellers have transacted at market on each level in the form of accumulated volume for each side. That makes possible for us to spot if market is showing sign of strength, sign of weakness, or absorption, exhaustion, or else accelerations. It acts therefore as a powerful magnifying glass to eventually validate what we may already have noticed analyzing the volume profile. The third tool we will be using, the third masterclass module is about, is heat map. The one you can see on the left side of my screen, and it is literally a visual representation of the limit order book. Heat map allows us to spot what depth of market is. That means where orders providing market liquidity are. That's such an incredible advantage, as unlike a traditional audiobook which needs to be watched in real time to detect changes. For example, if I'm watching audiobook right now, I can't see what has happened an half an hour ago, or else it could be quite difficult to interpret if a trader is not used to it, as it only shows numbers changing quite quickly. Heatmap would solve both of these issues, as we have both a visual and historical representation of how order book has changed compared to how many orders are in now. For example, here we had some liquidity. Then most of it was removed, and then it was added back to the book at a slightly lower price. So we can detect the historical evolution of liquidity as well. Furthermore, Heatmap gives us another information. These dots on the price line represent the same market orders building on the footprint chart, but here they are not sorted within a candle or according to a specific time frame. So that gives us an even more specific and atomic representation of how aggressive volume has traded. On top of that, thanks to Heatmap and to new technologies made available by some exchanges, we can detect iceberg orders. So basically hidden large size orders typically used by large traders. We can detect what size is involved in those orders, at which level they have started to transact, and in which side of the market. In fact, you can see at this level there was a sell iceberg order, and that was one of the reasons why I had a short position. So by making these three tools interact with each other, as in this situation I had, volume profile showing me it was a good location for a short trade, footprint chart showing buyers struggling and sellers getting more aggressive, and at the same time Heatmap showing a sell iceberg. A short trade was more than confirmed, which, for instance, my target was here, hit the target and went even beyond that. So, this masterclass allows to develop a discretionary method, as the best key interpretation of volume is most of the time discretionary, but based on objective elements. You can apply it to any market, any instruments and time frame. Obviously, being volume the key element of this method, futures are the best instruments to trade on, as volume traded on these instruments is measured by a centralized exchange. But CFDs or forex currencies can also be traded in terms of instruments to execute on, as long as the analysis leading to the trade is done on the corresponding future instruments. Of course, if you have some questions regarding the masterclass, it is possible to book an orientation call via Zoom, of course completely free and without any commitment, to get all the infos you may want. Thanks for your attention. I wish you the best in your trading.